Hey guys, it's Sarah here with New England Junk Journals, and I'm excited to be participating in the hashtag Give a Scrap collab this month, which is hosted by Angela over at the Traveling Crafter. It's an awesome time of year that we can both try diligently to use up the scraps that we have, big or small, depending on what you consider to be a scrap. Try to save them from the landfill, continue to be good stewards of the planet, and yeah, just have fun doing it. So I will have all of the participants linked in my description box below. It's been a crazy month and I've been super busy, but I have had this idea for a project for probably about a month now, and it has just been eating me up with excitement and all the possibilities. I saw this project a couple of times. I know Rachel over at Roxy Creations has done this before, and many other makers on YouTube. But I was excited to give it a shot myself. And yes, I maybe use this collab as an excuse to buy myself some label stamps. Not gonna lie. Yeah. I've been meaning to for a while, and they weren't expensive. I think with shipping and everything, it came to about $10 or slightly, maybe like $11. And I did get them in and was immediately disappointed, temporarily disappointed. I don't know if you can see on camera. Oh, maybe if I flip it over this way. I thought these were going to be solid lines. But they are a just distressed look, like a retro look. So they're made to look worn, which actually I have come to love. I am embracing it. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but it's okay. And I'm using them and I am loving them. So before we get into all of this loveliness, I want to show you some other things. I'm gonna have my editor, because my daughter started editing my videos. She's been wanting to learn video editing for a little while, and I thought this would be a great opportunity for her. I have quite a lot of videos just sitting on my computer hard drive. They haven't been edited, so I haven't posted them. But we're sitting down together and learning, and I've been teaching her, a little bit here, a little bit there. So those should be coming along shortly as we get them edited, but that's cool. So anyway, my editor is going to post a picture right here of my scrap drawer. I have 3 of them, but the fullest drawer has a bunch of like really random scrapbook paper and wallpaper cutoffs. So I endeavored to try to, I'm gonna try before the month's out to get almost all of them made into something. So one of the first things I did was I grabbed a magazine, and since we've been doing those masterboards last month, I've just continued it on, and I've just been kind of collaging away in this little magazine. I haven't done anything to the backs yet, but I've been doing these. And then Gabriella did a couple. That's my youngest, so I did this one. Gabriella did this one. And then I did this one. And Gabriella did this one. Yeah. And they look really great. She's having fun with colors, and hey, everything's school. Everything can be school. So I started in on that, and I got quite a few done, and I realized that that wasn't going to be fast enough. So that's where this came in, and I spent an afternoon just cutting scrapbook paper into like little journaling cards. This, I think, was collaged on when I got it, and I just rounded the corners. That was super easy. And they're all different subjects because it was super random scraps that I had gotten. If you remember a while back, I had that really cool year-long craft sale that I'd been going to. And one of the things that I bought, well, a couple of things. I think I bought 2 bags full of scraps, which, like, she was selling scraps. But the thing is, like, it's just, like, look at these. This is going to be a nice little pocket. I had another pocket in here, too. This one, cut in a pocket shape. So these are going to be really nice to work with. And that one can be a double pocket. Can't remember how I had that. But yeah, they were beautiful. She had designer scrapbook paper, which I'm kind of cheap. And a lot of my paper, if it wasn't one of those Michael's hot deal $5 paper pad type things, I probably didn't buy it. So yeah, I get a lot of stuff from yard sales, thrift stores, you know. So the opportunity to get some really cool designer paper was an offer I couldn't pass up. So I cut some into tag shapes, and these will be fun. And now I have bases ready, all kinds of bases ready to prepare and put in journals. I did start making some little like paper clusters with them. That one was, I even decorated up. But yeah, I think I have that going up and down, yeah. Just some fun stuff. And then I had a ton of tiny pieces. Like small, I consider them tiny. Let's see. And these are not even all of them. But a lot of them were either strips, which of course you can make like page edge decorations with strips too. But like some of them were just like small pieces like this, or like that, or like this, like very small but pretty. So I was like, well, what am I going to do with those? I could do clusters, sure, and I probably will do more clusters because my scrap box is still quite full. I just grabbed some I thought would be good for this project. And I started stamping. I learned a lot while doing this about which of the shapes I liked the best and which of my many inks worked the best on this project. Again, I don't go out and buy, I hardly ever buy new inks. So a lot of these, again, they came from that craft sale. So one of the things I absolutely love, Color Box Fluid Chalk ink pads. These are fire. I love these guys. And then of course VersaFine always makes a great ink. This one, I thought it was going to be really great, and I ended up not really liking it. It wasn't as opaque as I wanted it to be, and I'll probably have a couple of examples to show you. Like on a white paper, it comes out really nice and metallic looking. But on, where is it? Let me see some of these. But on scrapbook paper, it comes out really light and it ends up looking kind of dull. So wasn't super enthused about that. Also, this makes just the most beautiful dark red border. While this Color Box regular pigment stamp pad made kind of a bland color. It was not strong at all. Looked like that. So two things that are important in this project is having an ink pad that you really like, something with a lot of ink on it or in it, and having your label stamps. I mean, that's not even, I was going to say having ink, label stamps that you like, but in this case, it didn't end up being a problem. I ended up loving them anyway. I worked around it and it's great. So I am going to be doing some examples with you here. I'll be stamping some and then we'll cut a few out. I was going to sit down here and cut a bunch out with you guys. And then I pre-cut all of these and I'm feeling it in my hands. So I might not cut out very many. I can feel the clicking in my wrist and I know that's a bad sign. So for now, we're just going to focus on stamping. And like, guys, this looks super fancy, but it's just scrapbook paper that has some script on it. This one, gorgeous. Guess what? Just some scrapbook paper with some script on it. And this is wallpaper here. Just picking out little designs that you love. It's just going to give you a great stamp, a great label. Oh, did I even tell you guys that that's what we're doing? I mean, I guess I just like showed you and I assumed that you were following along. We're doing labels with scraps, and I love it. This came out of a botanical book. Let me see if I probably have it right here. I'd already kind of ripped it up a little bit. Nope, it's right here. To use in a project. And then I just found little pieces that I thought might be nice. You know, just something like that. Just find any little, that's a little bit close to the edge, but any little thing. And you don't even have to capture the whole image. Just a partial image it still looks great. Let me show you an example here. These were from scrapbook paper as well. And I didn't even capture the entire flower, but they still look great. Those are going to be awesome. Let me fix the lighting a little. There we go. Those are going to look awesome. So I was kind of nervous about like just grabbing some random, like we all have like the most random scrapbook paper, don't we? Or cardstock. Like this one's just a bunch of lines, but like it's super cute too. And I just varied it up a little bit. I varied up the size and the shape. This came out of a German dictionary. Amazing. This, I love these. Okay, these were withdrawn library books that I had gotten at a library book sale, and this was just the flyleaf that had like the big withdrawn labels, you know, stamped on it. Yeah, just stamp around it. And those look great. Even the library stamp itself. So cute. All right, now I've mixed these all up. This came off of a piece of music paper. And again, it's light, but it's okay. Like, it's still cute. Even if it's just like light pink. It kind of matches the, like the creaminess of the paper. And then, of course, I had some of these off of pattern, pattern envelopes, sewing pattern envelopes. I mean, they're the perfect place to get these little numbers. They all have a pattern number. I even took this one that had the size and the bust on it. This one was from one, it said non-returnable. Simplicity. These ones are a little bit delicate. They were old papers that I was using to begin with. That one, I'm not sold on it, but it's okay. This is really cute, the 25 cents. Yeah, and they all came off of that This looks great. Guess what that came out of? It's just an offcut of some scrapbook paper from a dog kit. And, you know, it's got bones on the back, but it's got this great kind of like graph ledger type stuff on the front. And it came out great. So awesome. So now that I've convinced you that this is a good project that you should invest in, let's do a couple. Let me show you this one. And grab my labels. Okay, the red is a little hard to clean off, so these will all get a thorough cleaning pretty soon. Oh, another one that I really love is this VersaFine Olympia Green. Excellent. All right, let's see. I have these small ones here, like that. Let me see, get you a little bit closer. There we go. And then that is going to be perfect on those. And I kind of mixed it up a little bit sometimes. Like if it had the nice black font or printing, then I would use like a red label. And then vice versa. Sometimes I'd have like red text. And I would use the black. But you could do, you know, black around black or red around red. It really doesn't matter. It's going to come out great either way. And I have to remember that this is a very, very juicy ink pad. Forgive the crinkle. But yeah, it goes everywhere. Now, if I was thinking, I would have just put one on one side and one on the other. But that's okay. Yeah, you just really have to just touch this to it and it inks up pretty nice. Oh, no. All right, well, what I was using before is sitting in front of me, and I should get it out. And it is a foam stamp block, which, yeah, I should. I used this very well yesterday, and then completely forgot about it when I got in here. That's okay. And I think this is going to be fine because what I'll do is just cut off the excess when it dries and I go to cut it out. I'll just try to square it up. All right, could even get this if you don't mind that red line there. See here. So I hope everybody's been doing well. Spring has finally come here to Maine and we are so excited. It was a long one, guys. It was a very, very long winter. Yeah, just very long. So very, very happy to see the sun. We're finally getting some nice warm weather. We've been able to take some walks around the neighborhood, which is one of our favorite things to do. We have a beautiful neighborhood. Yeah. People are starting to come out of their homes again. Yeah, it's just really nice. All right, let's see. Now I did, let me see, probably covered them all up now. Oh, Sorry, I'm just rifling through to find something that's probably right in front of my face. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to find something that will go here. I've got a small one, which is probably what I used. I just feel like it was slightly larger. I don't really have anything slightly larger. I have that. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. Or I have this, but again, that's not exactly what I'm looking for. But you know what? It's okay, it'll do. All right, so what I love to do with this, and I probably wouldn't do it with any other color, just because I love how this one comes out, is this Olympia green with the cream color of these old pages. All right, I was looking for something more square with the corners cut off. Oh my goodness, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't lose something on camera. Here it is, okay. Yeah, that is a bigger size. Where is this? Where is this? I want this. Okay, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's not those. I see it. I found it. It does exist. Okay. Forgive my reach. Pardon me. I absolutely love this one too. Let me see if I can find something else. Maybe like, sorry, can you see? Maybe like that. Or that. Again, it doesn't have to be the whole plant. Just little snippets will work fine. Okay. All right. And of course, I let it sit for just a couple seconds, and very, very gingerly. Sometimes I'll rock it back and forth, but not much because that can cause a double image. But I want the ink to absorb as much as possible into the paper. No, I don't really want to go up against that. Ooh, maybe something right there. Here we go. All right. And the proof is in the pudding, and by that I mean you really don't know exactly how they're going to look until they dry and you cut them out. So far, I've been very happy with how these have come out. All right, let's see. Had this one. If I do it right, I can get both of these. We'll see if I can do it right. So, and I've had to learn how to mount these stamps as well. I can't pick it up and put it on the block. I have to, oh, and is this gonna be big enough? I don't think I used that. I think I used this large one. But I have to set it down and then trust it. This is probably like, you know, a rookie thing to learn. But I had to learn it. All right. And let's do diversifying. I think I'm going to have to go through, and I got a ton of inks from that wonderful lady who gave me a lot of her old craft stuff, the one who ran the craft sale. She was getting rid of, her name is Lorie. She was getting rid of a lot of her stock because she didn't want to do it another year. She's like, ah. So a lot of it went to some of her friends, and then she had some left over that she offered to me, which was very, very sweet. Why did I clean that off? Because I'm going to do the next one. Oh, it doesn't matter. All right, do I want to do this? Or that? Or that? I think this is the one that I'm going to do. It's going to be really tight either way, but I can do it. That's fine. So yeah, I saw Rachel do this, and then I started looking. I found a bunch of other makers also doing a version of this, and that's all I could think about for like the last couple weeks is trying this out for myself. And I love the results, and I love how much how well it works with scraps. So yay. I have learned with the wallpaper, because I've tried it on some wallpaper. Not super thrilled with the results yet, only because, I don't know, I have to figure out, well, first of all, I have to not touch it until it's completely dry, which takes about a day. It takes a long time with these permanent inks for them to fully dry on the wallpaper, especially if you have like vinyl type wallpaper, that it's just a slick surface with nothing really to absorb into. So, and that is interesting. But you know what? Especially on the outside lines, once you cut it out and you ink around the edges, it does tend to look a lot better. I mean, you don't necessarily have to ink around the edges, but if you find that you're not liking how it is, try inking around the edges. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, yes. Look at this. I've already scanned this beautiful flyleaf and this signature, but I want to capture this. And I think it was not that one. I think I can do it with this one. All right. So if I don't lay it down and then try to get it with this, what happens is, especially because it doesn't have a solid middle, the lines end up being like wonky. Do I want that in black, or do I want to try to do in the blue iris? I am loving this blue iris ink. Sorry for the clanking. All right, and once I get it down, that's it. You got to commit. If you try to wiggle it around, you will mess it up. I will mess it up. To Ermina from Minty. I think that's gonna look beautiful. But look at all this empty space. This is a gorgeous aged paper. Love it. So let's see, what do we want? We do some blue. Okay, I've made a ton of this shape, so I'm probably not going to. I have like fussy cutting fatigue from this particular shape. I don't know why. It has, so, you know, it has those little divots that you've got to cut into, so. Maybe I'll do a whole bunch of these tiny little ones. These are awesome because you just cut across the top, the bottom, and then just little notches. So let's see how many of these we can get. And again, this one, even though it's filled in, it still wants to bend on the bottom. But it's okay, I've made my peace with it. It has its own character. Let me see if I can straighten it out just a tiny bit. No, it's like, you don't control me. I'm going to be the shape I want to be. All right, that's okay. Day 2 of getting all inky. And I'm sorry if you can hear the birds in the background. I apologize, but they really like to make noise. All right, yep, okay, this is the middle size. We'll do a couple in green. But I like these. They seem to be like very nice, like almost like denizen stamp type colors. Like the green, the red, the black, and the blue. Not enough space there. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'll get 2 on here, but that's okay. As many as I get. Oh, I just put it in the blue. Oh my goodness. Yes, guys, this is really how I craft. Oh, it's okay. We always get there in the end. That's fine. Make a few mistakes. It's fine. It's junk journaling. I have a lot of this great old paper though, and this, I am so excited with this project to turn some of these into just beautiful, beautiful labels. Okay, there's no getting that in there. I could do a bunch of little ones though. So I think I will, just so I can take advantage of all of the real estate on this. I really, really like this green. I'm going to stamp right over that smudge because it adds character. Am I in focus? Am I on camera? I'm so sorry, guys. I may have to employ some help getting some of these cut out if I want to add them to my crafting supply anytime soon. I found a really cool, like, stamp album, but not like a regular stamp, like a blank stamp album. Does that make sense? Like a stamp holder. It's this. That has like the little slots that you put the stamps in. So I'm going to try to fill this thing up with labels. All right, I'm calling this one good. That's going to go off to dry. This, I'm just going to cut this out and this circle out. So when I do that, then I'll use the rest of this cool aged paper. Where is it? Here we go. Look at this one. Love that. So we're going to do a few. I think these ones are going to be red, maybe. Definitely create a lot of these colorful baby wipes during this process. So that's fun. It's fun for collage fodder. Okay. Hopefully I didn't mess that one up. Okay. What did I say? This one's going to be red. Or there'll be a little bit of red. Again, this is an awesome stamp pad. You just have to tap it. Oh, I love that, except for the fact that it's a little bit crooked. Other than that, it's great. Let's see if I can just nudge it. Let's try one more. There we go. Do a couple in black, and you can experiment with different colored inks, of course. There's a whole bunch of different ones you could do. You could do like pastel colors. You could do whatever your project you feel like it calls for. You could do like bright colors, purple even. These are just kind of, I think for the books that I have coming up, I kind of wanted to stick to these like very vintage slash antique color palette. And these ones, guys, when I get these cut out, I think I'm probably going to scan some of them. Just because like I'm not going to get this kind of paper again, you know, with this particular pattern. I have some old marbled end papers that I've already scanned, so I'll probably print those out and then try to do this exact same thing with those. I'm too much of a chicken to actually use those authentic end papers yet. I'll get there, but I want to I'll practice first. So, all right, what else? I've got the blue and I've got the green. I'm going to do a couple green. Yeah, I mean, this is fire, guys. At least in my opinion. There we go. So Yeah. Okay, so the other part of this. So part of this is the like celebrating Earth Day, making the most use of our supplies and, you know, trying to save things from going into the dump. But the second half is the give a scrap part, that you give a scrap about somebody else. And I'm always worried that I'm going to pick somebody that's already been tagged, because I haven't had a chance to watch all of the videos up until this point. So I think I'm going to play it a little bit safe and say that I am going to tag my subscribers. Not any subscriber in particular. It is all of my wonderful subscribers. I give a scrap about all of you. And I'm so pleased that you chose to click on this video today to watch. So in order to participate, what you would do is you would either post a video here if you have a channel, or if you don't have a channel, you can go over to the Makers Market, which is on District. The link to that will be in the description along with all the other participants in this month's challenge or collab videos. I don't know if it's a challenge. But what you would do is go over to the Makers Market on District, sign up, and there is it's free. It's free. We have a wonderful community there with like message boards, I think. I don't know what you call them today. When I was a kid, we called them message boards. But it's a community where you can post things, pictures and posts. So make something with your scraps and head over there and post them there with the hashtag give a scrap and say that Sarah sent you. And yeah, everybody will be able to see and be inspired by what you create, which I hope that people are inspired by what I've created today. I'm going to let these dry, but like, look, those are going to be awesome. I'm going to cut out one just so we can see it. I think this large squared off label is probably my favorite from the whole set, even though I love many of them. There we go. That is so cute. Yep, I'm sold. So let me just bring these back over. We can go through a little bit more detail, but I think I've kept you guys pretty much long enough and you get the idea. This came off of an airmail envelope. I just stamped around it. Again, we had the dictionary page. This could be regular English dictionary. This one is a German one, but it could be anything like that. You could do tables. Like if you have a book with like logarithms or any kind of tables like that, it's going to look amazing. This came off of it's a scrapbook paper from a farmer's market. I think it was Cartabella, maybe? Or no, I bet it was Prima. But anyway, it was just like rulers and stuff with measurements. So we've got that. Again, you've seen this, just kind of grungy textured scrapbook paper. These were really cool scrapbook paper with script and these little vehicles. Yeah, the possibilities are endless with these guys. Love it. All right, I would really appreciate it if you do end up making something like this, or if you make anything for our hashtag give a scrap, if you would what do you call it? If you would at me, if you would link to me and link to Angela the Traveling Crafter. She is our hostess for this. And I thank you so much, Angela. I know I didn't have an opportunity to participate as much as I wanted to, but I absolutely wanted to get this video out, and I am privileged to have been participating in this challenge. So yesterday was Sandy Wilhelmina. She had her day yesterday. Later on today is going to be Kerrie from My Vintage Shabby Shop. And tomorrow is going to be, oh dang, I had it. Go check out my link. Go check out all the information in the description box. Watch these videos. Be inspired by these wonderful creators, both men and women. I think we had Dave. I know we had Dave from A Dash of Dave participate this year, which was awesome. So yeah, extremely excited. Thank you guys for being here. And before I just blab your ears off, guys, I'm gonna say God bless you and goodbye.